Hello there everyone and welcome back to Better Than Wolves. I am back at it, and today is prototyping day. I need to work out a problem. As many of you may have deduced, the ice farm's purpose was to make an item transport system to carry materials from Tower 2 to Tower 1, so I only had to build one sorting system. I still only want to build one sorting system. But obviously that's not possible because, probably wisely, Flowerchild has disabled that functionality. So that leaves minecarts. And Better Than Wolves, if my memory serves me correctly, which we are about to find out, there is a way of unloading minecarts automatically. And I am going to test that out. But I'm going to get a couple useful things in place first. And I didn't bring a lever. Fortunately, I have a poor man's lever. Right here. That's not a poor man's lever, is it? That's kind of a... Well, I guess a lever is just as expensive as a torch nowadays, so... Alright. So this kind of goes with a hypothetical... You know what? My life would be a lot easier. Just give me 1 second to fix this up so that it's not quite as stupid. Alrighty, round 2. Okay, sorry about that. That'll just make my life much easier is all. So, if my memory is accurate, if we run a minecart up to, or put a minecart in front, let's just put some rails down. Powered rail, it might be necessary. So we'll test this. So what we're going to need, probably should have gotten a lever while we were off. All right, here's a way of applying a circuit. Okay, come on, there we are. So, whoa, oh, hello, interesting. Okay, so we are not going to want powered rail for the pickup part. That's first lesson learned. Interesting. Shouldn't be necessary anyways. So, drops the block, grabs the block, drops the block. Hello? Oh. Okay, so it can't have anything in front of the picking up side. So, nothing there. Powered, drops the minecart. Alright. Next question. Will it drop its items intact? I can afford to lose a bit of dirt. 9 dirt in. 9 dirt out. Okay. Where's number 9? There it is. Okay, so first important question has been answered. Firstly and foremost, we can pick up dirt or minecarts with a block dispenser and unload all the items. So now the interesting problem. Obviously we need this thing to load and unload on different sides. So, let us consider. Let's put this one up one higher. I have sort of a vague idea. So on one side, we have to have an... Okay, so... Yeah, it may be necessary to do it that way. So on the one side, we have a place where the minecart can land. Right here. Let's just test this out. Let's see, and then... Yeah, somehow... Ooh, I wonder. I just had a really interesting idea. If I put a hopper here and build a little item tube around it. So next question, what will happen to all the items here? So let us discover. Okay, minecart. Get in there. Get ye in the hole. Will not go in the hole. Bigger than 1 block, apparently. Okay. So that's a useful question answered. We're going to need 2 hoppers if this is going to work the way I think it is. That's okay. We have the technology to do that. I actually have no clue what size minecarts are, you know. I have never used them in this circumstance because it's never really been necessary. You going in, or are you just going to be stupid? You're going to be stupid, aren't you? Okay, so we need to have a... This is part of the testing process. Hopefully we can leave this open. That'll make life a little easier. Okay. So, 5 tin dirt. Break the torch. Now is it... It got swallowed, and we got 10 dirt out of it. Okay. Part 2. Or part 1 accomplished. That's cool. So now I think we're going to have 2 synchronized, or we're going to have a turntable controlling all this. And it's going to have to be in sync with this one. So slowest speed, because slow and steady wins the race in this circumstance. Okay, and it's currently has a minecart inside. Alright, and we're going to have it eject out here. Now the neat thing is, based on what we just discovered a moment ago, it becomes powered at the same time as the block dispenser. The block dispenser can power the powered rail, and that's kind of a neat little quirk. I'm just gonna save myself some testing time. If this works for the purpose of testing, I can just send this thing back up to the... My friends are going to be really confused when they come on and see this little mess set up by the house. And yes, they are on occasion. It's just been... everyone's busy. Busy times for everyone. Alright, so first things first, let's just check if this thing will do what I think it's going to do when I power it. So the timing of the power is going to be when it is facing that way. And it goes up and in. Cool. And then this is the other half of it. There it is. That should have swallowed it, yep. And now it rotates and turns back on. So that's what I need to time. I need to have it set up so that when it's facing that way, it's doing X, it picks up, and when it rotates 180 degrees, it turns, basically inverts. Now, block dispensers are capable of picking up dirt, they're capable of picking up. So ideally, we don't want anything in front of this on either side, so that there's no contamination in the system. So all we want is the rail on one side and the hopper arrival on the other. Seems like a plan. Okay, so next step, get this out of here, we're not going to be shutting this down again, is going to be creating, how do we synchronize the redstone onto turntables? It's an interesting question, isn't it? So this turntable will be my timer. I made 2 of them. So what we need to do is shut the whole works off. Oh hell, I need a lever. Let's go get one. Through the ghetto back door. I really should actually fix this up, but it's gotten to be such a funny little habit going up in there. I have not made a lever in a while. A stick, a cobble, and a redstone, I believe. And redstone dust. Boom, lever. I just need a way to shut both of these down that's a little less inconvenient, because you can actually synchronize them. If you have 2 turntables that are on the same speed... Oh, but they're... Ooh. Okay, actually, a slight tweak to a whole bunch of things here. I just had a thought. There's a little quirk of mechanical systems, which you may or may not know. Oh my god, it's crowded down here. Dang it. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble if I mess with this. I just know it. This is the redstone for the... Of course it's the redstone for that. Figures. Well, I should be able to... No... Yes, I'll put it right here. No, that won't work. Dang it. You forget what's underground and you just get completely messed up. Okay. Well, hopefully the timing, a tick of difference won't make a difference. You see, when mechanical systems are powered, they have a activation lag. And that activation lag will create a quarter tick, a tick's difference between these two. But they're both going to be on their slowest setting. So it shouldn't matter that they're 1 tick off, because they'll still be in the right state at the right time. Okay, so let's just get a little something set up to turn this thing off and on again. That doesn't involve me running down into holes in the ground. Man, it takes so little time for this to get completely crowded and complicated, doesn't it? Alright, up, up. And a lever. That'll do. Perfect. Yeah, okay, so we need the... Just to keep this simple. Block, let's just give it a second. We'll get the block dispenser facing the direction I can see here. 1 more tick. There we go. Okay. So, torch. So now let me check. Let me refresh my memory. When this thing is powered, it drops blocks. When that powered, the instant that power disappears, it picks them up. So, but only at the tick where it disappears. Is that right? Let's find out. It's currently facing 180 degrees. So when it's facing this way, we need it to pick up. And we need it to stay picking up. Let's see, so if we start here, for 2 rotations. So the way to get it to stay picking up for 2 rotations will be to have 2 torches. So you rotate, and then you rotate. So it picked up at the wrong tick. Okay, that's okay. This is the part where we move this back 1 more block, because having it that close is just not going to help. That. that, and this. Alright. So now, a torch facing the same direction. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down, systems. Everybody just slow down. Alright. Which way did you wind up facing? Now, I don't have to necessarily have the torch on the same side. But actually, if I have it off by 1/4 tick, that might actually work. If I have one there, now it should rotate. Yeah, if I have one there and one there, and then I put the redstone right here, I think that might just do it. Let's find out. And let's get one more powered rail on this thing just for kicks. Alright, let's turn it on. Oh, right. So it's going to need to be powered by default. We need an inverter on this. Okay, time to turn it off. Okay, so this needs to be inverted because it needs to be picking up by default. Hope you guys see where I'm going with this, because I think I know where I'm going with this. I hope you know where I'm going with this, because I'm not sure I do. So there's our inverter. And now that will power this block right here. And this will have to be a solid block, not a transparent block. I think that's from some other testing I did. There. Alright, it is now in drop stage, because I think it has to be powered to drop things. You know, sometimes simple things just escape my mind. Okay. And... aha! And now that should stay unpowered until it rotates. Ah! Guys, isn't that awesome? Look at this. Oh boy, is that ever an elegant little system. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. Look at that. That's an unloader. What do you think? Hope you like it. This actually worked way better than I had anticipated. And it's completely... it doesn't require any knowledge of when these carts are arriving. All it needs to know is... yeah. Okay. Beautiful. I am very pleased. I am extremely pleased with this little system. I mean, we could even up the ticks on this. It doesn't have to be this slow, but slow and steady. I'm a proponent of it. It doesn't have to be any faster. So next thing to test is throw some blocks in it. So those blocks should all wind up in. Oops. Of course it didn't wind up in the hopper, where I already don't need it. There it goes. Beautiful. Other than the fact that it wound up on top of the hopper. But that's fixable because there's no redstone on top of that thing. Let's try that again. Where'd the dirt go? Where'd it go? Oh, of course it did. So we're going to have a problem with it potentially popping out right there. So is there any other way we can power this thing? So there may be a little bit of loss, which would suck a little. Oh, why aren't you in the hopper? May have to use a... Where are you? Interesting. Where are you? Exactly. That's interesting. I guess we could try a roof and see what happens. Maybe it popped out the top. Cool. It's going to require a bit more testing. It might just require a water stream to sort of wash the system clean, but let's shut this down. Now then, a little experiment with minecart track and other things. So we're going to need the minecart out of here. Perfect. So what we need now is a single track system that does one extra thing. And we don't want to go too far because So what we need is a system that goes curves there, not right there. Let's see, so it comes in, we need it to want to go, where are we going to put it actually? That's the more important question. Actually, over there would be the sensible place. Here we go. Sorry, just sorting out internal logistics here. Okay, and so what we need is for it to go. How would you want this to work? We need it to go from here, rails, to there. So let's see. If I do this, if things work the way I think they do, when that thing powers, it should come out here. And we want it to go to that powered rail right there, because that's where we're going to do our second test. There's always a part 2. Right, but it's not going to go as long as that system is off. I'm going to be sitting here and waiting for a long time while that's on the go. Perfect. Minecart still worked the way I remember. Alright. So, there is one other aspect to this, and I need another hopper and a few other things for this to work. We need to load it, too. And we need the loading system to be able to sit and wait while we... while that thing is traveling, because it's going to actually have to travel a fair distance. It may actually be a two-way system when I'm done. At any rate, give me a moment. I gotta build a few things and I will be right back. Alrighty, here we go. Got a hopper, got some more gearboxes because we're going to need a little bit more of an extension. So, hoppers can be used to fill minecarts. Not a commonly used aspect of the system, but one that is available and does work reasonably well, to the best of my knowledge. So let's just grab some power. Right out in the front of Trent's place. Yeah, I know, but this is where I... 1, 2, 3... click, and hopefully 1, 2, 3. Now ideally what we want to do is have it only load when it's full. So when the hopper is empty, we don't want it to try and fill the hopper, because why would we want to send a minecart on that long journey when it's only a quarter full? In all honesty, if the system winds up working out the way it usually does, it will be pretty full anyways, so it won't be an issue. So, we're going to need a detector block too. Okay, we need another piece of tool, because we need 2 conditions on this, and I'll explain those as soon as I get back with the detector block. One more second. Done and done. We have a detector block. So, the way this circuit needs to work... Oh, that is a complication. Right. Let's see. How can we... Okay. Hold on. It should be back here. No, it won't be back, will it? Right. That's okay. We have the technology to rebuild it just the way it was a few moments ago. All right. Let's actually keep that from going away on me right now. So let's see. If we have a minecart there, and we have it remove, or sorry, that's not what we need to do. We need to have we have that there. We have the block dispenser pick up this when a minecart isn't there. And then you roll in, like so. The detector block right there, which is now active. Now when I apply a redstone signal to that, that's what we're going to have to do. So it will place a track underneath the minecart in question. Lovely. So that answers the first problem. We need a block dispenser in the party as well. Complicated, eh? And if we want to keep this really safe and simple, the block dispenser actually needs to be over there, because that will prevent interference with the interference with the hopper system. Get over there. Okay. So that should have, we're going to make sure that has a decent amount of momentum when it comes in, and it's going to come in square because I'm going to have a block there to help with that. It's going to come in from a couple of blocks like so. So we're going to have, no, we can't have a redstone signal touching the hopper because the hopper is going to create its own complications by also providing a redstone signal. This is the part where actually I had made the right decision the first time, because this thing's signal. Alright, can't have that happening all the time. Yeah, because we need to extract a signal from this guy. Because when it is full, and only when it's full, hoppers emit a redstone signal. So what we need is an AND gate. Now, I don't know of any compact ways of making an AND gate in Better Than Wolves. This is the classic design right here. So when that torch, when this line and this line are active, that turns off both these torches and creates a signal here. And when that signal is off, this is the important part right here. I like to put redstone on top of cobble. We'll repair all this later. When that is, both of those conditions are met, we need to have an inverted signal go to this gearbox. All right. And then we need to extract a copy of that signal right there. So let's move this forward just a bit. I have a plan here. I really do. We need a second copy of the signal from the... Actually, if we do it this way, that'll be nice and compact. I swear, guys, when I finish up with this, I will clean it up. Just so you know, Trent. I know you're watching, so don't worry. This will all be fixed later. So torch there, dust there. dust signal here, dust signal here, and then this signal, this is the really fun part. Now when this is full, this thing needs to have it needs to be powered, because a powered device picks up stuff. Alright, let's just put a block right here. Alright, no, powered, right, powered does not pick up stuff. There we are. So unpowered drops stuff. So this thing is full. Let's just turn on the power system here. And let's conduct our test in the most proper way we can with a minecart. And we'll see if I've missed any exceptions here. Let's get a few torches down. This could be very dangerous if it's not torched. Here it comes. Comes in. Powers that up. Dumps all the... Ooh, okay, we're going to need a delay circuit on that. Did not have time to finish. We're going to need a few ticks delay for this right here. Which means that's okay. I just made a clock by accident. So let's see, what can we do to make ourselves a bit more space to play here? We can we get the signal into that thing? Okay, so right now we've got the signal for right now condition 2 isn't met. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so what we need is this thing delayed somehow. This signal right here. Actually, it could even come off of here, couldn't it? Because the AND signal the signal from the AND gate is the same signal that I need. So let's do it this way. I have a plan. It's going to be a little bit convoluted, but it will work. Because as soon as the AND, when this turns off, that turns off, because it's an AND gate. Simple logic circuits. Gotta love them. So we'll take our signal under here give us more room to make the timer a little bit more complete. And we're going to need to bring it up on this side because we need it to be controlled by the torch so that the other line goes in properly. So that is where we'll connect, right there. We go boom, 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 boom. Perfect. And then that will leave us, fix that in a second. Fix that in a second too. 2, 3, and if my understanding of redstone is correct, that should power that block right there. I can always push that back a little further and get a couple more signals out of it. Or a couple more ticks. Actually, we can even get one more set of ticks right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's fill this back up. All right, so all conditions are met. It is still off. Boom, should activate that. Ooh, still too slow. Oh, okay, hold on. Did that actually turn off under the conditions I wanted it to? This still needs to slow down, doesn't it? Let me just see. Because when that turns... Whoa, That did not turn off under the conditions I wanted it to, did it? Hold on. Wait, what turned that off? Where did that signal come from? Oh, I see the problem. And you guys will have spotted it. It's an easy fix, but a minor mistake on my part. The signal from this needs to be inverted. So, is it inverted or monostabled? Or not monostabled. Okay, hold on. When this turns off by default, we need an inverted monostable circuit. That's what we need. So when this one turns off, we need to get a signal, and that signal needs to be a monostable signal. This is why we prototype. Makes my life a lot easier. So let's see. So we need dust coming in here. Let's see. Now, monostable circuit is block, torch. Yeah, it's going to have to come out this side, isn't it? This is uglier than it needs to be. This is why I prototype. And then it comes out in a torch right there, comes up and over, and torch right there, turns off. Perfect. That's a single pulse. And then we go over here, and we go click, 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 click. So it's now an inverted, hold on, wait. No, wait. Monostable circuits are inverted. So when is the signal going to get sent? When this turns off, this torch turns off, nothing happens, correct? That's my understanding. Is that, why is the minecart on the move right now? What's that minecart doing? What's it doing? So that shouldn't be triggering. Something happening, or did I just trigger it during the process of construction? I must have triggered it during the process of construction. All right. No signal. Loading. Ah, now that is appropriate because that has lots of time to turn off. Guys, we have a minecart-based item transfer system. How cool is that? It's not perfect because it will not take everything. What I could do, actually, is slow this down. If I slow down the shutdown a bit more, so actually what I need to do is put the delay, half the delay on the end signal here, branch this off, and that'll save me repeaters. So, yeah. So that should allow for more stuff to get out of here. We'll leave one big stack. So if everything's working right, that should not happen the way that just did. So let's just fill this thing up for the next test. It's full. So it activates this, but does not activate the system. Minecart turns. Where the heck did those come from? I don't know. Did they just pop out of that? They must have just exploded through that. Lovely. I wonder what other ways we could power this thing. So there's a few bugs to work out, but really the core goal of this is to not need a second item sorting system. And hey yo, look, we've succeeded. You know, actually, if I wanted to delay this more, I could use a turntable-based timer. But I'm going to describe this as adequately successful for my purposes. There might be a few more things I can do, and actually I think one of the... Yeah, I'll have to play with it and see. But the important thing, really, for me is it works. It works. Works fairly well, actually. Alrighty, so with that done, this will be eventually implemented over at the mob system. Probably in the next episode, actually. I will rebuild this. I'll think on a few improvements, especially if you guys have any feedback on this. Things that might improve the design. Yeah, what have you. Any thoughts? Feedback, comments, queries? I'll be happy to hear, and certainly will take them very seriously. But for now, yeah, thank you all very much for watching. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.